Hi, this is Rahim Zulfikar Ali from Excel Basement, and today in this video we will be learning about how to correct the wrong dates formats into the correct one. And there are a lot of different scenarios and different types of incorrect dates we get from any external resource. Sometimes we download the files, sometimes we copy paste the dates from any website. Sometimes we get incorrect dates formats from the any ERP application, and then when we import that data we need to change the format as well. So technically we need to create a formula that corrects the date format, and sometimes people use text to columns utility to make sure that they can correct the format, but there is a risk in that feature as well. Sometimes it's correct your dates, but sometimes it's not, and it's a better approach to use the formulas approach, apply the formula to correct the incorrect dates formats. And in this video I will be telling you about 4 to 5 incorrect format dates which we get from the different kind of data sources, and how to correct them in Excel by applying some functions and formulas. Okay, so let's get started. As you can see on my screen that there are few columns, 5 columns, and the first column represent the dates which are incorrect, and there are different kinds of incorrect dates formats which I got from one of my clients, and I make some helper columns to make sure that I can explain this last final correction column. But before that, step by step I can tell you that how I made them correct. So I got only the first column from the client, and if we can review this column, you can see on my screen that first I have a date which is 09-28-19, and this is the hyphen sign has been used in this date format, although it's on right side, and we generally know that when we enter a date into a cell, it goes on the right side of the cell, because dates on the backends are numbers, and numbers are always populated on the right align in the Excel, right? But these are not the exactly the correct dates. These are not functioning as dates. And how I got to know is I just applied a function which is called ISNUMBER. So basically ISNUMBER is a function which checks that if a cell contains a number or not, and it returns a boolean value, either true or false. So if a date is available in a cell with a correct format, the is number should return true. Now in this scenario, it's returning a false. So this means we need to correct the format of this particular date set in order to make them dates in Excel. And as we go downwards, then again we see one of the different kind of format which is in the slash formats, dates and then the slash formats, and this is one of the correct format which we have the default type in Excel. Basically in the slash format, the month come first, the day is in the between, and year always comes at the last. So again, the is number is checking that it's basically a date, it's a correct date or not. And we know that the slash format on the right side of the cell is basically the default correct date formats in Excel, and the is number function is returning the true. So we don't need to correct this dates because these are already correct one. So first we need to correct these hyphen dates, and I will let you know that how to correct them. Let's go to further more incorrect formats. Now again you can see that here we have some dates. First of all, these dates are not on the right side, these are on the left side. Okay, and technically there is one issue is that these are not being marked as a number, because is number is giving us the false, which means this is not particularly a date. And in this, although it's a slash formats and the months are coming at the start, the day are in the middle and the year in the last, but it's still not a correct format. So we need to correct them as well, and I will tell you one function which will make it as a date value. Okay, so how to correct them? Again, we have some dates which are true, again we have some dates which are false. So this is a kind of a data which I got from the client, in which we have some very different kind of formats of the dates, and we need to correct them for that client. So at initially uh, I applied the ISNUMBER function to get either true or false, and I knew that after applying the filter function, I can just filter the false. So whatever the dates are in coming in the false in this column B, I need to correct these dates formats, right? So I don't need to pick one which is are in the true. So after getting the status of the incorrect dates from the ISNUMBER function, now I need to come to the correction side, and I have got the help for one of my column, that is C column. I will correct the dates in the C column first, and what I am doing in the column C is I am splitting basically the dates which are already corrected into the column C, and I just need the false, those dates which are not corrected. As column B gives me the Boolean value, column B shows me either the date is okay, which generates the true value, or the date is not correct, which generate the false. In the column C, what I am doing is I am just getting those dates which are correct. So for example, here you can see that 9th December 2019, which is the correct date format. So I need, instead of true, I need that date, and those dates which are not corrected, which are not corrected within the data, I just need the false. So in the column C, I'm splitting. I am just getting all those dates which are true here, okay, and also I will be correcting one of the first different and a wrong date format, which is in the slash format. Okay, so here in the column C, first I have applied the logical function, which is the if function, and if function is very basic function I have used, which tells you that if b2 is equals to true, if the cell b2 generates the true. So if A2 contains a date and if B2 uh, generates the true, so it gives me a date from the A2. Otherwise, if the date is not in the correct format, which is the false, so B2 give me the false in C2. Okay, so I've just used the logic based on the if function, that if the date is correct, give me the date. If the date is not correct, give me the false in the column C. That's all the meaning it's all about. Okay, and I move to the first correction of my data of the wrong data set is of the dates, is that if you can see here, some of the dates are on the left side, which is already in the slash format, but these are not correct because ISNUMBER is generating the false here. So first of all, if you see these kind of dates which are in slash format, but these are not actually the dates, you just need to apply one function which is called the date value function. Okay, so basically, date value functions convert these dates as a value. All right. So this is a simple, the first method to correct these kind of incorrect format dates into the correct one is the date value, because the slash formats and the alignment of the month, day, and year is basically correct, but overall property is in the text. So to make sure and to correct it into a date format, what we have applied the date value function, which will correct it. Okay, so in the column C, I have explained you that if you get these kind of incorrect proper dates, you can correct it by applying the date value function. All right, so I have corrected all these kind of a dates, and I have highlighted in yellow because I want to show you that this was the first solution of these kind of incorrect dates. All right, and the blue ones are the ones which are already being corrected. We don't need to transform it again, and we are just simply calling it with the help of if function. All right, now the next task is that these dates which are in the hyphen sign, we need to correct them. Okay, and which are coming in the false. So I have applied the date function, and within the date function you will get, if you read the function syntax and the arguments of the date function, there are three arguments of the date function. The first one is the year, the second one is the month, and the third one is the day. So I have nested some other Excel functions within the date functions, and as you can see that there you will see right function, left function, and the mid function, and also the value function. I will let you know that why I have used the value function here. But before that, the date function has the three function argument which are called year, month, and day. And to extract basically the month, year, and the day from these kind of hyphen which are the wrong dates to the correct ones, I have used the right. Now the first argument within the date function is the year. I need to extract year from the column A, which are on the right side, as you can see. So I have used the right function. So right, get the date from A2 and give me two characters from the right side and add 20 in it, because as you can see that there is only written 19, whereas the year is 2019, 2019. So I need to add 20 also. So 20 within a text string with an ampersand sign to join them together, and overall to make it as a number I have used the value function. Okay, the next argument is within the date function is the month. Now we know that the month are coming on the left side, which is 09 or 08, 01. So I have used the left function calling the date from A2, and I need two number of characters from there. And I have also used the mid function, as I need to start from the fourth value from the fourth starting point every time, and I need two characters from the mid position. So I have used the mid function. Again, the date are coming from the A2, and starting position will be the fourth, because the date starts with the fourth starting point in every cell, and two number of characters. So this is one of the way, if you see these kind of dates which have the hyphen sign and which are not correct, so you need to apply this formula which you are seeing on my screen, which have some nested functions of right, left, mid within the value, and overall it is covered in the date function. Okay, so this is how I corrected this hyphen signs dates with this slash formats, right? And the final correction column, as you can see, which is the E column in my case, I just fixed that the last column, that I'm getting all the incorrect dates together in the final column. So I'm just using the if function again with a nested of is number. So what I'm saying is in the column E that if if in the if in the C if in the column C there is a true, so give me that value right in the column E2. Otherwise, give me the value cell which is present in the D2. So if there is a date in the C2, give that date in the E2, or if there is a false, definitely the logical test will get incorrect. So whatever is in the D column, get me that. So concluding that, what I'm doing is that some of the dates are in column D, then there is a gap, then some of the dates are again there, and there is a gap. So what I'm doing is I'm picking up these dates and I'm filling this gap by picking the dates from the column C, and I have used the if logic so that I can get my final desired column with all the correct dates. Okay, so that's why I have what I can do. Another option was that I can just hide those columns, and I can tell you that these were the incorrect dates, and I have made them correct this way. So I can nest one formula which can be a very kind of a big formula and was difficult to understand. That's why I have made this video in a fashion, in a way that you can understand each step when you get different and the wrong kind of dates in one column, and how to correct them step by step and get the final correction column at the end. Okay, to the one more practical scenario regarding getting the incorrect dates and how to correct them. So yes, so here is a scenario. uh, there is the customer ledgers we have extracted from an ERP, and we have imported that data, or you can assume that ERP generates an Excel file, and we have opened that data in Microsoft Excel application, and we have some customer IDs, we have customer names, and the dates, debit and credit amount, and the balance. So particularly we have no work on the other columns. Instead of just on the date column, we need to correct these dates. All right, and also the that client requirement was to add the 30 in this current date, because he needs to make sure that go to the next 30 days dates. So first of all, analyzing this date column is what is going wrong in this column. So if you can analyze it, that in the slash format, we have learned that in this slash format dates, uh, the month come first, the day is in the middle, and the year is in the last. Now the technically these are not the dates, okay, because the first point is that these are coming on the left side. Number two, the month is not coming at the first, the day is coming at the first. And when in the slash format, the day is coming first, the Excel doesn't make it as a date format. It's incorrect, and we need to correct that, right? So what we need to do is we need to extract the month, we need to extract the day, and we need to extract the year separately, step by step, and then we need to join them all together and make it as a date. So if you can see here, I have created a formula which you will find it a bit long, but you need to understand that what is happening in this formula. So as in the previous example, I have used the date function, which has the three arguments: year, month, and day. And we know that we need to extract the day from the left side, we need to extract the month from the center middle, and the year from the last, adding the 20 in it also. So to extract the year, the first argument of the date function is to extract the year from that particular cell. So I have used the right function, get me the uh, get me the year from the right side from the C8 cell. I just need the two characters and add 20 in it. So this will make, for example, it's 17 here. So this will make here 2017. Okay. So to extract the year from this cell, particular cell is a bit easy. Let's come to the last part of this function, which is the day. Then we will move to the center one, that is the month, which is a bit tricky. So for extracting the day, we know that from these dates, all the days numbers are presented at the left side. Okay, if I can tell you that how I extracted the days is like I have used the left Y, because all the days are on the left side. So first I need to have the cell. So I'm calling this cell C9, and how many number of characters I need to extract. Now you can see that here sometimes because it's 26 is two characters day, might be it can be 6 7, so that can be a 1. So I will not adjust number of characters manually. Instead of that, I will be using the find function, and that will do the technical side of number of characters, things like adjusting automatically itself to extract the either one character or the two characters from the left side based on the slash, uh, excluding the slash basically. Okay, so I will be using find function, and I will tell that find this slash within C9. All right. Now what find function will do, find function basically will find the first slash from the left side and give return a number, and return a position number of that slash, that this slash is available on which position in this cell, and we know that it's available on the third position, right? So find function returns the particular position of that character within a cell, and I will use the -1, so that I need to exclude that cell position as well. So as you can see that I got the 26 from the left side. What it is doing is the left and the find function combination is basically giving me the day which is on the left side of two characters. If I just come to the another part of extracting or correcting the dates. of this kind of an incorrect format is that how we can basically extract the month numbers from the mid positioning. Okay, so we need the number of the character of that month, for example 4th, 8, 10, 11, 12, and the month character might be the length of that either 1 or 2. For example, for the October, November, December, the length of that month number is 2, and before that it's 1. So we need to handle and we need to extract the month number from the mid positioning of these kind of incorrect dates. And for doing that, I will guide you that how we can simply apply the find function, and nesting the 3 to 4 find functions will get it done very easily. And as you can see on my screen that I have applied the mid function and with the find function, so that the first slash and the second slash should be eliminate, and what particularly will be left is that the number of that particular month. Okay, so I will explain you step by step this technique. So first I will find the position of the slash in the cell, the positioning of the first slash from the left side. For doing that we need to use the find function. We are finding the slash from the left side. It's basically worked by default from the left side. So we will be finding slash position within the cell which is C8. So it returns 3. Now we need to find the position of second slash, which is technically 5. Now let's see how we can extract that. Find the slash position, okay, within the cell C8. All right. And now this third function argument is says when we need to start. If we skip this function argument again, this will return us as 3, and we don't need the first slash position for the date from the date. We need the second slash position from that particular cell. So what we need to do is we need to add 1. Why we need to add 1? Because we know that every time from the left side the first slash is on the third position, and we need to give the command to this find function that start always from the fourth position and move onwards to find the this slash. So I am writing 4 here. Okay, so the second slash positioning within this date is the 5th position. Now the first slash is on the 3rd position within that cell, and the second slash is on the 5th position within that cell. All right, and technically I don't need to write 4 here as a hard-coded number. What I can do it making a dynamic is I simply copy this function and paste it here, and I will add +1 into it. So it gives me a 5. Now let's say if we have, instead of April we have the November, and I will change the month number which is 11. So you can see that the first slash positioning in that particular cell is 3, and the second slash positioning is at the 6, right? And now what we need to do, we need to exclude this first slash which is at the 3rd position, and we need to exclude the 6th positioning slash as well. And in the middle of these numbers we need to get the month number from that particular cell or the date. All right, so for doing that, uh, let me give you the final solution, ultimate solution of doing that. We need to extract the month number from the mid of that particular cell. So we are writing the mid function here. The text will be the cell reference first, so that's the C8 which we are using. The start number, where we need to start, we need to start from the first slash position. So I'm writing find slash C8, and I need to +1 as well. Why? Because this particular portion will give me a position of the slash which is 3, and I don't want this slash to be added in the solution, so I move to 1 character ahead, so which is the number of that particular month. So that's why I'm adding +1 here. And so starting from the 4th position, this technically means starting from the 4th position, which is the 1 here, and then how many number of characters you want to extract. So we know that this 6 minus 3 will give us the 3, and in that 3 I need to also exclude the 1 here, so that will make a 2, and 2 number of characters will represent the 11th, which is the November, from that cell. Okay, so now finally, if I can just show you how I extracted the month number is, let me just put the equal sign. Now it gives me an 11, right? And if I change the month, for example, it's not the November, it might be the June, for example, 6, so it gives me a 6 here. So how it's working is, the first find is locating the position of first slash, which is the 3, plus 1 is the fourth, and this means that start from the fourth position. And this particular portion, as you can see that this particular portion is subtracting the position of the second slash from the first slash, and that remaining number is also subtracting from the -1. So this is basically a kind of a dynamic, because we don't know in each of the particular date, either the number of characters for that particular month can be a one single character, or the length of that particular month can be a 2. So for example, if I just change this 6 into the 12, for example, so I need a 12 as a complete output without the slash sign. And if I increase the 12, which is let's suppose making as a bigger number, the increasing the length of that particular mid position number, so that this, you can see that here we are getting 1 2 1 2. Let me just correct this. And one technical thing which is you can find in this data set is that if I use the len function, so let me len function basically gives you the length of a cell, the cell which contains the total number of characters, either it's the alphabets or the numbers or the special characters spaces. Len give you the a number consist of the total number of characters presented in that particular cell. So if I check the length of this first date, it returns 5. But when I check the length of this particular date, which is in C10, it gives me a 7, because these are the dates in which the slash is considered as a character, where in these first date, which the len function is returning 5, in this date the slash is not being considered as a character. So for example, to correct these kind of dates, we need to go to the custom formatting, and there we need to change the positioning. For example, let me show you. Go to the custom formatting, and here you need to change likewise, the month should be the first, the day in the middle, and the year at the last. All right, so this is there are two kind of a different wrong dates presented in this kind of a data set. The first one which represents as a text, the second one which are considered as a dates but not with the correct format of a slash, because in the slash the months should become first, and the day should be at the second, right? So there are two different treatments which I showed you in this kind of incorrect format dates, and we need to correct by adding the sum of the text function, the find function, and nesting it together within the date function to correct it. All right, so I hope you like this video and particularly got the concepts that how we can do step by step and then nesting all the steps together in one cell. Thank you.